Yo, what's up, guys? Sick Phoenix, and today I'm going to be talking about the first time I got suspended. Yeah, it's not kind of the usual kind of commentaries I gave, but man, it was a pretty funny story in some ways. Yeah, thought I might as well share it with you guys. This happened all the way back when I was in grade 6 science class. I believe it was one weekend before, the year-end school trip. It was supposed to be to like some interactive zoo. Everyone was pretty hyped up that school was about to finish and whatnot. And I was especially hyped because the year before was supposed to be my first time going to that place. But I ended up traveling with my family that year, so I couldn't make it. I was just even more excited than everyone else, I guess. Anyways, back to the story. So during this month, my teacher had some plants she would keep in the back of the class. So I'm assuming she would water them before class or at the start of the day, since I never actually saw her water the plants. But anyways, the day this happened, we had a substitute teacher, and he was also there the day before that. So she was gone for 2 days, maybe 3. I'm not even sure. But yeah, so on the first day, the teacher was there. Someone watered the plants, and the next day was supposed to be my turn. And obviously, that person that that watered the plants, nothing out of the ordinary happened because she's just watering plants. And then the next day came, and then it was my turn to water the plants. All right, so I took. And by the way, I forgot to mention, the thing that we used to to water the plants wasn't like those buckets or whatever, but it was one of those little bottles that you press the spray on. So it's kind of like Febreze and stuff like the old bottles that used to put on carpets and stuff. And yeah, so it was in one of those bottles that the water, let's say, was in. So most of those bottles usually contain like chemicals and shit. But this time I'm like, all right. So the girl before me, or the dude, I don't know who, but if they water the plants and nothing happened, whatever. I'm just do the same thing, nothing special. So yeah, I watered the plants, and then after that, I was feeling a little bit crazy, like I said. And it was like class was almost done. It was like a hot day and shit. So I just went around the class spraying that on everyone. I basically went around class spraying a bottle of I don't know what the fuck was inside, basically on everyone. But the thing is no one was getting in pain or some shit. Cause by the way, if it's not clear by now, it was not water inside. It was some kind of weird ass chemical. So I'm spraying it on everyone. Everyone's laughing haha, yeah, Phoenix, ooh, it's so fun. Okay, that sounds a little weird, but anyways, yeah. So I was spraying it on everyone. No one everyone was laughing. It was a hot day. The teacher didn't really care, since again everyone thought it was water. And then at some point, the teacher was all right, come on now, it's time to stop. Whatever. Everyone had their fun, and then yeah. So I'm all right, I'm just going to spray one more person. I'm going to stop. I go to my friend. I spray him, and then there's some girl next to us, and then she starts rubbing her eyes. She's starting to cry. And then we're just okay, what? The thing is that this girl would cry for basically anything. If she lost a card game, she'd cry. Bullshit reasons, she would cry. So, and sorry if you're watching this, but let's be honest, you would honestly cry for anything. But yeah, so she would cry for anything. And then we told the teacher oh no, she always does this, nothing special. She literally over exaggerates everything. And then the teacher's all right, but let's just go to the principal's office, see if you're okay. And then yeah, so she went. And then 10 minutes later, she still didn't come back. And the class finished at that point, but people stayed a bit longer just to know what the hell's going on. And then after a while, the principal came in, and she's what happened? Why is she she's been washing her eyes for the last 10 minutes, and then she's still crying and stuff. And we're what the hell? Holy shit, what happened? And then yeah, so I told her okay, I took the bottle that we used to water the plants, and then or spray the plants, and I sprayed it on her. And she's why did you do that? I'm well, it was the water, so my intention wasn't to hurt her, it was just to spray water on everyone. And then she's oh well, let me see that. She's oh, that's probably chemicals, blah blah blah. And I'm but the day before that, someone watered the plants, and then I did it. It's how was I supposed to know? She's oh well, you just don't spray water on people. But I'm yo, come on, really now you're gonna get mad? I understand I'm being an idiot, but there's no reason to get upset to me. She was really pissed. Right? She's oh my god, we're gonna have to call your parents. We're gonna call her parents. And the thing is, I think my parents knew her parents, so I'm I'm even more fucked. And then yeah, so I'm oh shit. Like, as soon as she said, yeah, I'm going to have to call your parents, like, in my head, I'm like, all right, well, I'm done. I have no more hope to keep living at this point. But yeah, whatever. So, you know, they call their parents. They call my parents. And then she talked to them, like, okay, blah, blah, this happened. And then, you know, obviously my dad's super pissed. Yeah, so, you know, basically that's it. So she's talking to my teacher. She's like, oh, yeah, so, yeah, you're getting suspended for 1 day. But the thing is, like, okay, suspension already is bad enough because, you know, I'm going to stay at home doing nothing. But the thing is, the suspension was on the day that I was supposed to go on the field trip. So, you know, like, you can imagine how, like, fucking pissed I was. That, like, you know, like, I sprayed the whole class. And the last person I said to spray was the one that ended up, like, crying. And, like, getting injured and shit. Anyway, so, yeah, you know, the girl turned out fine. Whatever, it is what it is. Can't do anything about it now. So, yeah, that's the story then. Thank you guys for watching. And... by the way, last reminder, so tomorrow at 11 a.m. I will be live streaming. And yeah, have a nice day.